6, 60-something degrees. Snow is over. Wiggins Farms. Milo patch, corn, and wheat. This winter, this Milo was planted. Butler County Pheasants Forever helps out with that. And so this got planted, and as you can see, there's not really any seed left. But when the snow was on the ground, 13, 16 inches that we got here, just thousands of little tiny footprints everywhere from quail. Then last fall, that would have been a sunflower field for dove hunting. And locking up the soil with the winter wheat does a couple things. One, it provides great winter browse for the deer. And then also, it helps me with weed control. And it also provides cover for the soil, keeps the soil alive and locked in with the phosphorus over the winter time. Don't want that running down into my ponds. And then as the season goes on, this will grow up to be wheat. Turkeys will get in here and such. But the wheat will be usable come dove season, to which it can be reseeded. And then next spring planted in something that's not a grass, because wheat is a grass, so we can plant something that's a broadleaf in here. And right now I let some of the clovers grow because that is a nitrogen fixer. And I like biodiversity in my soil, but this is not for crop. This would not be what you would do if you were taking this to market. You would put down pre-emergence and 2,4-D to kill the broadleafs like the clover there, and then you have to fertilize it with nitrogen if you're putting corn in here next year. But speaking of corn, this is a cornfield over here that was planted and left. We get, once again, Butler County Pheasants Forever. Help me out with that one. And so you can see here, whether it be a deer, squirrels come in here, and I got piles of it by trees where they run it over to their trees and they just pile it up. But depending on what's left, which this year was really rough, so there's not really anything left, this could be replanted into sunflowers, which is a broadleaf. And since corn is a grass, I can do treatment to get rid of foxtail, fescue, other orchard grass. I don't think Timothy will be moving in. But that will allow a nice weed, I don't want to say weed resistant, but limited on the sunflowers. And because this was corn last year, I was able to treat like ragweed, cockaburs. So you have pigweed, little ragweed. And so this will allow for plants to not have to compete with what typically can limit their production of seed, which means that's less food on the ground come wintertime for the wildlife. And then around the whole thing, this is only about 50 by 550, and there is strips of prairie grass around everything to once again help with biodiversity and soil erosion control. And then I have something neat. So this is a pecan tree. I have the reason these fields are here is to line out my orchards, and I'm utilizing the ground in between until they become mature. So this row has mulberries. They're grafted down there with Everbearing and Miss Kim, and this one's a pecan, and it's grafted with McAllister. And so this is part of the root stock. This is the root stock. This is the root stock, which means everything from here down is the root stock. That's everything that's grown since the seed was originally planted. But then you come up to this graft right here, and as I said earlier, or look at, this is called McAllister. I believe it's a pecan hickory hybrid. The nut is every bit that big. It's not a lot of meat to the shell, and it's not a real heavy bearer, but the nut is so impressive in size, I just wanted it, and so now I have it. And it might take me 10 more years before I get growth from it, but that's what it is, and it's right there. And so grafted let's see here, this right here from here up is last year's growth. I don't think I grafted this last year. I think I grafted this the year before. But that would be weird. So I guess I did graft this last year, because otherwise this would have this branch and it would have, or it'd have this one and then it'd be spitting out side branches, but it's not. So you see right there where it slid right in. And what you do is you have to cut it, razor blade up, slide this baby in, and wrap it with paraffin wax and a rubber band as tight as you can get it. And then something else I do is you have to, I forget which branch it was, but I would have, probably this one right here, I would have laid all these over so the tree can darn near bleed to death, because the scion gets killed by the sap. And once a tree has to merge with it, then it merges, and there you go. And so now, hopefully, now these ones I will cut off, but I'm leaving them here just to supplement life. I don't want to take away and over. I mean, look at all the life I took out, all the capabilities. So anyway, over there's a pecan tree. It's all bent over with the scion stuck in, and that's how I do it with pecans. There's that one right over there. Well, till next time, I'm just gonna let you listen to the birds. Bye bye, see ya.